What's up, guys? Welcome back to the demo drops. This is season 2. Bigger, better, shorter. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So this season, fam, this is how we're doing it. To make it a lot simpler so we can go through more demos, we're gonna keep a criteria. The criteria goes creativity, melody, mixing, and organizational skills of the song. We'll keep tweaking the criteria, see what we can add, see what we can remove according to your feedback. If you have any feedback, demo, please in the comments. Anyway, so what's going to happen in season 2 also is we're going to have special guests just like in season 1. This time we have Terry Miko, we have Jack and Harry, who are my favorite producers on Review, to be honest. Really excited to have them over. And we have a special guest, which I can't tell you about right now. So we have special guests, new criteria, a lot more demos. And in between, I'm going to do a couple of challenges while I review the demos just to make it a little bit interesting. Let's get on it. I Random number generator showing number 90 is Jaju Boy. Jajuboi, Jaju Boy. And that's his Instagram. Also clearly makes sense as to why that would be his Instagram. Let's get on it. Whoa, some drama. It's a really long build-up, man. Still going. Another build-up. Okay, Jaju Boy. I mean, hey, firstly, hello, this is not a demo. You said me this song has been released 2 years ago. I just realized that. Cheating, but I've played it now anyway, so... Anyway, let's get on it. So, what I would give you for creativity is probably a 6, because you try to do a lot. So, in a way, you were creative because you're trying to put a lot of things together. You're trying to make something unique from it, and I mean, it was pretty creative to what you were trying to do, which I really don't know what you were trying to do, because it felt like you were trying to do 20 different things at one time. So organization, I'd give you a 4, just being unfortunately very harsher. Your organization with the song was very there's so many things happening, and there's a ting ding 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 dong 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 dong. It honestly felt like a really messy salad, like khichdi. I mean, I went from salad to khichdi. But it generally felt like just everything smashed in together. And the fact that you had three builds up. You had three build-ups in the break was honestly a bit too much. And you went somewhere else with the build-up, but you brought me back down very, very, very rapidly.
ऊपर से हर बार गरम करके ठंडा ही छोड़ देते हैं.
There's too many things. Nothing's the hero. So mixing out again give you another 4 because nothing is the hero over here. It feels like you could remove a lot from it and still land up with a good song. So I don't know why you try to put so much in it, but that's a normal, regular producer's mistake that we do. We try to fill in a lot of elements to make it seem very complex, but from when we hear it, it sounds very nice, but from the outside world, it sounds like a mess. Your mixing, because of that, wasn't all that great. It was just simply chaotic. From the speakers, you had a nice bass line there. You had a nice little bass pattern going on. I really liked that. But the kick that you were using was completely wrong with the snare. You were using completely wrong on top of the kick. And it's just a lot of things happening, to be honest. So even, your melody, I would still give you a 5-ish on it because you tried 5-6-ish. Because you tried to combine a lot of counter melodies, which I really appreciate. I've always appreciated even the previous demos. But yeah, so that wraps up Jaju Boy's demo. Jaju Boy. But good stuff, man. I can see you got like 14,000 plays on this, which is sick. Really, really sick. New setting, guys, by the way. How do you like this? How do you like this? It's not my studio. It's my office. Yes? Okay, anyway. WhatsApps. Whew. Random number generator is showing me number 347. 347? That we have so many demos. Simple. Music by Kashyap. And then Instagram is Kashyap Music. This song is called Frequencies by Kashyap. It's pretty new. 23 days old. Not 2 years old like Jaju Boy and released, but 23 days old. So let's take a listen. This looks good. You've got nice artwork here as well. Very Stampede-ish artwork. I mean, immediately what you started, you've already introduced your core melody, which is in my head a big mistake because you've already given me a hint of what's coming too soon. The dun isn't really mixed well, or it could just be I don't know. I really like the momentum you're giving this song, bro. It's got a good pace. Somebody called Steven Spielberg because we're making the next Transformers movie. Yo, this part is sick. Dude, that's actually one of my favorite demos that I've heard.
Out of 2 demos?
No, in like the entire 2 seasons. Yeah, so like hold up. How do I creatively I would definitely give you a 7 on this because the break was something else. I really, really like the break. I would generally listen to the song only for that break part. You've mixed it really well, so that's another 8. I'm kind of being very lenient and at the same time harsh. Does that make any sense? The mixing was definitely 8 because this part on the break, you've really, really tightened it. And hey, mom's here. The mixing, you've honestly done a good job. I have no feedback on that. Kind of been distracted a little bit, but okay. I'm sorry. Maybe on the mixing part, I would bring out your bass a little bit because when the drop does hit, it does feel a little bit flat. It's not really giving me that boof in terms of the energy of the song and the power that's coming from the melody and the rest of the stuff. But the bass hit, like the boof, basically, that is not. Mana's always sitting in some corner for some reason. Melody. Little bit repetitive. Won't lie, I'll probably just give you 6 on that because of your break. Simply because of your break, it was a bit repetitive. You introduced that also in the first bar of the song, so having that from the first bar of the song to the last bar of the song is a bit much, which is not my favorite. 8 for organization as well because you simply followed a very simple structure plus your breaks and everything. Your break was just top, man. Kashyap, your break was. I would listen to that again and again. Anyway, Kashyap, you have 7 for creativity, melody 6, mixing 8, and organization 8. The reason I'm very harsh on melody is because I'm a progressive house producer, so melody is very close to my heart. Anyway, random number generator again. This is the last and final demo, by the way. We're doing 3 demos for this first episode at least. 380, 380. Trippy. That's good. So his Instagram name, bro, Manan, is
Big Fat Gabru.
Big Fat Gabru. I don't understand that because your DJ name is Trippy or whatever producer name is Trippy. Let's listen to this. This is Trippy Riviere. You probably got the inspiration from Elenium, if I'm not wrong. This honestly sounds like the most generic loop you could get of any platform. And like some Bollywood, some Bollywood remix will start from here. Oh, this is the drop, by the way. Oh no. Whoa, what the fuck? That was actually the fastest demo review I've done. Trippy, I mean, Big Fat Gabru, I mean, Abhishek Padyal. Dude, honestly, I like the start. This smells really nice. But I would have the with some chords like a I would have some chords like simple piano behind and then have that on top of the piano. It had more emotion to it because the melody does have emotion. Won't lie. The melody does. You saw my face. The melody does have emotion. So I really like that. Trippy. Let's move on. So okay, let me analyzing melody. Melody, I would give you definitely. Wait enough because I really like the melody of the song. I would kind of give you a 7 for it. Not being judgmental of the other two, but I really absolutely loved the melody of the song. You kind of saw my face and vibe when it came to that. Your mixing, I would kind of give you probably a 5 on that. It's a bit messy. Your high frequencies are all over the place. Your creativity, I would kind of limit it to a 6 because I really liked the melody. But your build up wasn't strong enough. Plus your drop wasn't strong enough. It all kind of was very flat. There wasn't clear cut sequences because I didn't know when the break was over. I didn't know when the drop started. I didn't know when the second drop started as such. So it just all landed up being very, very flat for me, to be honest. Like I thought this was the build up, but I think this is the build up now. When I said I thought this was a drop, I think this is the build up. So this is the drop. So clear that, make that clear and make it a story. Don't have to put every single piece of element straight up from the front and smash it all together and just increase the volumes a little bit. Make it a story, bring in elements, bring in bits and pieces, and when the drop comes, everything should come up like that should actually be your second break. Your second break should be simple chords playing and suddenly when it comes to organization, I would again give you just a 5 because, as I said, it was very it was organized. You knew what you were doing. You knew the gaps, but you didn't flow them well. So you have a lot of work to do organization-wise. You have a lot of work to do mixing-wise because the high frequencies in this are just chaotic, and you haven't picked up and lifted elements that are supposed to be the hero and supposed to be the villain. You've just smashed everything together like the first guy as well. So focus on that, man. I mean, this episode, man, did turn out to be a challenge because we want to do challenges episode. We're doing an office challenge. We were reviewing demos in my office with people on a weekday, on a Wednesday at 10 a.m. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into Demo Drop Season 2 Episode 1. Next episode, more demos, maybe a special guest, maybe a challenge. God knows. You'll have to stay tuned. But don't forget, before you leave, subscribe, make sure you comment, and make sure you keep sending me demos because that is what helps me help you help us. Yes.